A year ago, I had applied to do a Masters of Education in NUIG. I put screenwriting down as a second choice, but soon after I was accepted to both courses, I realised that screenwriting was really the choice of career that I wanted to pursue. Teaching seemed immensely bland by comparison, almost tasteless, and I don't think it would have incorporated any of the elements I was really passionate about as an individual. I kind of felt that the future had no bearing on my choice, as I was 22 years old and I couldn't pigeonhole myself. Like a coin toss where you only realise what you want when the coin is in the air. The act itself seems completely arbitrary and meaningless. This is how I felt about teaching. Just because there was a lot of options after, it didn't mean that any of them were the right one for me if I didn't feel like it. The draw of screenwriting for me was that it was a chance to do something fun and a chance to do something creative while also educating myself, something I hadn't experienced before. We really were thrown in at the deep end of it all. I went into this course thinking I was a cinephile, but soon after realised I was completely oblivious to the wide expanse of what was out there. In some way I was like a little fish in a big pond. My biggest fear, funnily enough, were that my own taste would mutate into something that my former self would have deemed very pretentious. I thought that maybe I wouldn't enjoy the films I once had, which is often the case, as now we pick apart the inner logic of every story, to look for its faults and to see where it could have gone wrong or right. One aspect of the course that I was surprised by was the level of autonomy that was given to us as students, almost entire creative control, with some suggestions that seriously helped our creative process. If there's anything I can say I've learned, is that it's a bare bones process, stripping back what we don't need to the very skeleton of the story and building it up from there. That seems to be the most effective means of writing a good story. Even though we're better informed on the craft of film as a whole, I would say our tastes generally haven't changed but only become more refined. I'll still defend Jim Carrey's works as the Cable Guy in Ace Ventura to the grave because I simply love the actor. It really is an enlightening experience to think oneself well versed in a craft, only to realise how very much there is that you don't know. Filmmaking to me seemed more a process of elimination than a process of construction. It can be immensely difficult to find the right creative elements and to hone them down to something that's a little bit more cohesive. It's been a challenging experience trying to learn the craft of filmmaking, but I'm very grateful I had the opportunity. Thank you for listening, that's all for now.